Bali is a perfect destination which consists of beaches, culture, nightlife, nature, adventure, and amazing food. Today, I will be talking about a 7 day itinerary which has everything you need for a perfect Bali trip. So, let's dive in. Day 1. Welcome to Bali. Land in Denpasar International Airport and head straight to Seminyak or Kuta, the perfect starting point. Think cafes, boutique shopping, and beach clubs that know how to throw a sunset party. Check into hotel or cute villa with a private pool. Trust me, they're more affordable than you'd think. What you can do here is explore Seminyak or Kuta streets and cafes, then head for sunset at Potato Head or Finn's Beach Club, and lastly grab dinner at a beach cafe. A tip here would be to use Grab or GoCheck for cheap local transport and change money at reputable counters like BMC. Day 2. Explore Uluwatu beaches, cliffs, and culture. Get ready for jaw dropping cliffs, turquoise beaches, and a cultural show. What to do here? Spend the morning at Padang or Bingin Beach, then have lunch with ocean views. Then in the evening, visit the Uluwatu temple and watch the famous Kechik fire dance at sunset. And lastly, have dinner at Jibrin Bay. You can either choose to stay in Uluwatu or do your return back to Semniak or Kuta. Tips here would be to wear a sarong at temples. Usually they're provided for free at temples. And then be aware of sneaky monkeys at Uluwatu. Day 3. Nusa Penida Island Day Trip. Ready for some adventure? Nusa Penida is Bali's little cousin. Rugged, stunning, and totally Instagram worthy. What to do here? You can take a early ferry from Sonor to Nusa Penida. The first ferry that leaves from Sonor to Nusa Penida is at 6 a.m. and the last ferry is at 5 p.m. Here you can visit the Kelinging Beach, yes, the T-Rex shaped cliff, explore Broken Beach and Angel's Billabong, then grab a quick lunch and maybe go for a swim at Crystal Bay. Return to Bali in the evening. The last ferry leaves at 4:30 p.m. You can stay in Nusa Penida also for the night or can return back to your previous accommodation. A tip here would be to pack sunscreen, water, and sturdy shoes. Day 4. Explore Ubud's culture, coffee, and waterfalls. Check out from your hotel in Semniak or Kuta and leave for Ubud. Today we slow down and soak in the cultural heart of Bali, Ubud. So, what to do here? Start at Tega Lalang rice terraces. Go early to avoid crowds here. Then try a Luvik coffee tasting. Yes, it's the one with the civet cats. Then visit the Tegan Ungan waterfall. Don't forget to bring your swimwear. Then walk around Ubud market and the monkey forest. And you can your overnight stay would be in Ubud. Tips here would be to avoid buying from the first shop you see at the market. Bargaining is expected here in Bali. Second is stay in a jungle villa view or yoga retreat for ultimate Ubud vibes. Day 5. Temples and Mount Batur sunrise. So there are two options that you can choose from on day 5, or you can also combine some bits and parts from both the options. So option 1 is the Mount Batur trek. So you start at 2 a.m. for the trek, reach the top before sunrise and soak in the views which are worth it. Then soak in the Toya Bouquet hot springs after the hike. Option 2 is to visit the Tirtha Impul, which is a holy spring temple, and then head to Goyan Kavi temple. Then in the afternoon, head for a afternoon massage to relax. Overnight stay is in Ubud. Tips here would be to book a guided Mount Batur tour with pickup and drop off. Then bring a light jacket also for your tour because it gets chilly up there. And lastly, you can also combine Mount Batur tour with your temple sightseeing and or massage if you're up for it. Day 6. East Bali Gems. Time to explore the mystical side of Bali. The east is serene, scenic, and often skipped by tourists. What to do here? Start your day early and head to Lempyoyang Temple, which is also known as Gates of Heaven. Get the famous reflection photo. Yes, it's a mirror trick. Next stop is the Tirtha Ganga, a peaceful royal water palace. And lastly, explore the nearby Sidemen region for lush rice terraces and traditional villages. A tip here is to be patient for that mirror photos because the photo lineup can take up to an hour, and also bring snacks and water with you because there are not many cafes nearby. Day 7, the shopping and departure day. It's your final day in Bali. You can shop for some souvenirs and explore markets if you have time. Leave for the airport for your flight back home. This 7 day itinerary is your one stop guide to experiencing the best of Bali without the chaos. And if you are coming as a couple, then you can add some romance with a floating breakfast, a couple's massage at a jungle spa, or even a sunset dinner cruise. You could also book a private candlelight dinner in Ubud surrounded by rice fields. Super dreamy. And if you've got more than 7 days, then you can also add 3 days in the Gili Islands, explore the North Bali, go for some diving lessons, or just take it slow and soak it all in. I will also be breaking down the budget for you, and here on the screen is the cost that you will incur for one person in a mid range style. This does not include the flights from India to Bali, whereas the flights will cost anywhere from 25,000 to 45,000 depending on the city and season from India to Bali and return flights. That's all for this video. Comment down below for any questions. Please like and subscribe if this sounds helpful. Let me know in the comments down below what are you most excited to visit in Bali.